Good afternoon, everyone. Let me apologize because whatever that was, I didn't do it. Must not be me anyway. Anyway. Aside from battling computer issues this morning, and of course internet connectivity issues, I was also dicking around on Twitter for a little while. And that's because I woke up this morning to the fan on my computer going full bore. No idea why. So typically the solution is to turn it off for a little while and wait for it, just give it a couple hours and maybe reboot and everything's fine. Well, it wasn't. It took a few reboots, but it's finally back to normal. It's functioning just fine, so I went ahead and did this on top of my morning preparation. By the way, you'll have noticed that the speed shuffle intro was back for today, and I've got the triquetra out. There's two reasons for that. Number one, I will not be here on Friday. So this is going to cover today, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We will see about Monday. I'm not sure if that's going to be a thing just yet, but I may have to do that video the night before. We don't know. So just stay tuned, okay? Saturday morning, live stream, 11:15. We're going to go for a couple hours, and we're going to just kind of sit around and have some tea and see what's what. Alright, so some of you will notice I shuffled 6 decks. This is going to be a very big reading. And I'm going to try to get through it as quickly as I can because I don't want this video going over 2 gigs. So if you don't see the speed shuffle intro, it's because I had to cut it. But what I'm going to be doing is, I'm going to be doing what an actual full-scale reading looks like. And that means we are going to do the full-scale reading as normal. Only this time I'm going to give you a bonus. I've got a couple cards in here that will show you what's ascending and what's descending. So in the next 4 days, what will be ascending will be something that you are about to have to learn. What will be descending is something that is passing and you will have to learn from. So I hope that helps. There we go. There we are. Good. So we're going to be doing this just like we always do. However, it's just going to be done today. And I'm using a few of my favorite traditional decks, mainly Rider-Waite, Viking Oracle, Spirit Animal, Starseed. We haven't really used the Starseed Oracle in a while, so I wanted to go ahead and use that one. Show it a little love, if you will. It's one of my favorite decks, and it's one of my favorite decks for a very, very good reason. Its messages are very clear. Also, I've seen this morning tarot reader memes. Many of them giving about the warnings that these cards can tend to bring. And one of them said, this is it is a tarot reader giving a reading, and said, oh, this is a bad sign. And the lady getting the reading was like, bitch, you better shuffle. I thought it was kind of funny, so I would just share it verbally. I didn't download any, I just wanted to have a look and see what was out there. Alright, so now that we got the cards all laid out, let's get through them, let's explain them, and let's see what is going on with ourselves today. So, starting with you, me, us, where are we, what are we doing? Haven't we been talking about this? Hasn't everything been leading up to this? Our coming together over certain things, our being able to gently guide each other, to compromise, to come into the middle and reach some kind of mutual agreement. Something mutually beneficial. Something that will You may not be able to get what you want, but you will get what you need. It doesn't seem that this message of balance is going away. And of course it's being guided by none other than the Norns. Now with the Norns are something that are kind of interesting in Norse culture. I know some of you have seen the movie The 13th Warrior, and in that movie, Herder explains to Ahmed, he says, the Allfather carved the skein, or the Allfather weaved the skein of your life a long time ago. Go and hide in a hole if you like, but it won't spare you one moment longer. Fear profits a man nothing. It's a really good sentiment, but it's inaccurate, because the Allfather does not weave. It is the Norns who do that. They weave the tapestry of your life, and at its end they cut the final thread. And that's how it is. Some tapestries are longer than others. So, what it brings up is fate versus destiny. And I like to explain it like this. You and I have a fate. We are going to die at some point. This physical body, we will absolutely shed it, we will move on, and that's it. That's how it works. However, what do we do in the meantime? See, that's where destiny comes into play. What are your talents? What are your abilities? Because there are things that are fated, and even our energy and our will can alter them. We all receive gifts, which again we can develop or ignore. Remember the rune reading yesterday. The very center card was Gabo, the gift. So we have to be able to put our focus and energy toward a task if it's to be successful. If you want to write a book, write that book. Stop with the distractions. Stop with the excuses. Stop playing around. Start carving out a little bit of time every day to write a little something on that book. Before you know it, the cumulative result will be the book you want to write. So, what are we being guided by in nature? The spider, which is letting you know to weave your dreams into reality. Make them real. We were just talking about writing that book, right? You want to write that book, you want to make that game, you want to make that movie, whatever it is. Find out what you must do to accomplish that. Mentally, we have strength in reverse, we have the Empress, and we have the King of Wands. So what we're looking at is your relationship to the world. Right now, seems like a lot of it's been taken out of you. This is a real lack of will. Thank goodness it's mental, because if it were physical, I would be even more concerned. I'm still very concerned for you. That lack of strength, that sort of mental weakness that you're easily kind of triggered on some things, that's going to have to take a back seat, because your dreams are relying on you being the nurturer right now. And this is what's needed. This is what's needed most. This is the action you need to take mentally. I know that right now, mentally, you just don't feel like you have it in you, but that's complete bullshit. What it is you're focused on what you don't have rather than what you do. Because this king right here, he ain't got time for all that. His rule is just, and it's ready, willing, and able to give you the creative desires you need to create your dreams, to weave them into reality. But it's going to be up to you. No one escapes their agency in this. So this is a little bit of a warning here in the mind. In the physical body, we have a Page of Swords, we have a Wheel of Fortune, and we have an Ace of Cups, which this is great news right here, and it should do wonders to improve your mental faculties. Because right here, This is a little bit of you living in your head. You're kind of picturing yourself as the gallant warrior, the young noble who's coming in and riding in to save the day. So this is a little more mental than physical. However, you've been known to kind of physically act that out. Now, is it going to be virtue signaling, humble bragging, whatever you want to call it? Because if it is, you've already missed the point. A lot of your bad luck is going to be turning. The worm is turning, and it's going to be packing an Uzi. And it's about fucking time. Because this is very real, very physical. Things are going to be turning in your favor if you are willing to take that necessary step towards it. Because it's a brand new opportunity for emotional fulfillment. Now, the question is, will you seize that moment when it comes in? Because if you don't, if you're going to let it pass you by, then there's no one to blame but yourself. In the spiritual, we've got a 3 of Cups, we've got 2 of Pentacles in reverse, and we also have a 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Looking at something to celebrate here. Looking at something to celebrate with others. That can do wonders for you, but you're going to have to understand, I know work-life balance at times, but this isn't about that. This is about you making those necessary choices. And a lot of those choices may be out of your hands right now. So you're going to be looking at work going, is this really fulfilling me? Spiritually speaking, there can be a lack of fulfillment there. It can affect you mentally. Physically, everything could be going hunky-dory, but if you're not being fulfilled by your work, it's time to find a new line of work, and it may, and I dare I say this, not may, it's probably time for you to take a shot on your dreams. So let's see what the Starseed Oracle has to say, and I'm just going to start turning them over one by one here. Let's start with this one, perspective. Look at that. That's us. And you exist on it. So the question is, I know you feel small in this vast cosmos that it's showing you. But now it's asking you, what do you want to do now? Because in the grand scheme of your life, even though you were the most infinitesimally small thing on this great big planet, in this greater, bigger cosmos, what are you going to do? You're put here for a purpose. Are you fulfilling that purpose? Are you fulfilling your own life right now? Because that's all you can concern yourself with. That's going to be the real shift in perspective that you're going to need. So the Cosmic Heart, I love this card because it tells you to make your life a moving prayer. Every moment of your life should be absolutely dedicated to your talents, your abilities, what you're good at, because those are destiny. Fate, we're all gonna die. Your destiny may be to become a rock star, a YouTube personality, an influencer, an author, a philosopher, a creator. So what will you create? Because that's the purpose you were put here for. When you start looking at what you're good at, when you start seeing how it can be of service to others, guess what? There is your offering every day, every step moving forward should be taken toward that. And with this one, I like to go with a little less woo on this one. It tells us about crystal grids and light body transmission and activation. I like to just let you know this is what lights you up from the inside. This is what makes you shine. And every little star you see in here is someone else doing the same. Some a little more than others. Some even more than most. Your activation, your transmission, when you're putting what you love out there, you will get what you love back. I hope that makes sense, because it makes perfect sense to me. Let's look at the runes. We have Ingus, again with unity. We have Lagus, and we have Avaz. I don't think I need to explain this one. This one's come up a lot lately. Don't think of it as all in all, you're just another brick in the wall, Pink Floyd kind of thing here. What this is you are collaborating with others to make something even stronger. That has to be the focus. Especially if you surround yourself with the absolute best of the best. Because the absolute best of the best won't tell you, man, you suck at this. They'll tell you, look, everyone starts somewhere. Let us show you. And you take a little from this one, a little from that one, a little from this one, a little from that one, and keep practicing until you've perfected your craft. And pretty soon those people will be like, well, you went from my student to my peer. Every day is going to be an exercise in that. Don't worry about hugging walls. Just let yourself into that flow. Because once you've let yourself in with the others who are even better than you are, the ones who have accepted you and want to teach you, they can save you from a lot of rookie mistakes. And this is going to be about forward movement. We've been talking about this. If you don't move, you stagnate. It's very simple. Let's see what's descending in your life right now from the Work Your Light Oracle. Keepers of the Earth. And it tells you here, you're not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. Your predecessors will as well. This is going to be something very real. It's not just a bunch of woo. This is very tangible. Because ancestry, your lineage, that matters. You're going to have to learn what they did and where they fucked up. That way you don't do it. So we're pointing right back at Lagus and Ingus here. You'll find others right here today that will be just like you. They'll do the same. So that's what you learn from. And this is what you're going to learn. Tune into the portal of your heart, your devotion. You're going to have to devote yourself to that thing 100%. Whatever it is. Ladies and gentlemen, this reading is both great news and a warning in equal measure. And it's letting you know that if you do not get your head together and get on it, doggone it, and let me turn your attention just a little more toward that. If you don't do it, it won't get done. This is about your destiny, not about your fate. But you control your destiny just as much as anyone else. And let me tell you something, with the advent of the internet, it has never been more accessible than it is right now. You have no one to blame, you have no excuses, you have nothing else but you. You either create and make your dreams real, or you can say, it's not me. Well, why not? Look at Tom MacDonald. No record label, no publicity team, no marketing team, nothing. Just him, his girlfriend, and a few other people who came along for the ride, and he is a megastar on the internet right now. He's appeared on Fox News. He's appeared on mainstream TV. And if you have not checked out his song Fighter, I recommend you do. Now, I'm going to spare you all the talk of how to get readings. If you want to know, just to keep this video short, you can ask me personally. I will be more than happy to tell you. The link down below to Joe's mom's funeral fund is still open. Please consider donating. I would deeply appreciate it if you did that instead of purchasing yourself or someone else a reading. If you want to do both, I will not object to that as well. In any case, get out there and do it. Make your dreams real. Love you all. Take care of yourselves and each other. Thank you so much for tuning in. And always do what lights you up. Especially because this reading is telling you you're good at something. You enjoy something. You love something so intensely. Go for it. Lead others to do the same. And as always, shine on.